The sound is unmistakable. It's not a whine, not a hiss. It is a rhythmic, metallic hammer blow coming from deep within the aluminium heart of a brand new, $80,000 machine. At 65 miles per hour, merging onto a Los Angeles freeway, the 2024 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro doesn't just lose power. It dies. The dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree. Check engine, low oil pressure, stop immediately. But it's already too late. Underneath the hood, inside the complex architecture of the V35A-FTS Twin Turbo V6, a microscopic piece of manufacturing history has just lodged itself between the number 1 main bearing and the crankshaft journal. The friction welds the bearing to the crank. The engine seizes. The truck becomes a 3-ton brick. This is not a fluke. This is not user error. This is the subject of National Highway Traffic Safety Administration Recall 24 V381, a catastrophic engineering nightmare that has forced the world's most renowned automaker into a corner, costing them an estimated $500 million in hardware alone, and potentially billions in brand equity. Welcome to the forensic investigation of the Toyota V6 disaster. We are going to tear down the engine, analyze the corporate timeline, and expose the microscopic debris that brought a giant to its knees. To understand the gravity of this failure, we must first understand the machine. For 2 decades, the Toyota Tundra was powered by the R Series V8, a dinosaur. It was inefficient, heavy, and practically indestructible. It was the bedrock of Toyota's reputation for QDR, quality, durability, reliability. But in the modern era of emissions mandates, the V8 had to die. Enter the V35A-FTS, a marvel of modern engineering. 3, 4 liters. Twin turbochargers. 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. It is a complex, high-tolerance power plant designed to outtow and outperform the old V8 while sipping less fuel. It features laser-clad valve seats, high-efficiency intake ports, and an electronic wastegate. It is the future. But inside the Toyota Motor Manufacturing Alabama plant, TMMAL, something went wrong during the birth of these engines. The process of machining an engine block involves drilling, honing, and milling solid aluminium to tolerances measured in microns. During this violence of creation, metal shavings, known in the industry as Swarf, are produced. In a perfect world, high-pressure washing systems flush this debris out of the oil galleys and coolant passages before assembly. But the world of 2022 and 2023 was not perfect. According to Toyota's own filing with the NHTSA, a specific production process failed to clear this machining debris from the engine block. These weren't large chunks of metal. They were insidious, jagged flakes, often smaller than a grain of sand. Once the engine is assembled, these flakes sit dormant, hiding in the crevices of the crankcase. But as soon as the customer takes delivery, as soon as that oil pump spins up to pressure, the debris begins to move. It travels through the oil filter? No. In many cases, the debris is downstream of the filter, or bypasses it during cold starts. It finds its way into the oil galleries that feed the crankshaft main bearings. Let's get technical. The crankshaft spins at thousands of revolutions per minute, floating on a thin film of oil within the main bearings. This hydrodynamic wedge prevents metal-on-metal contact. The clearance here is microscopic. If a piece of machining debris enters this space, it bridges the gap. It embeds itself into the soft Babbitt material of the bearing. It scores the hardened steel of the crankshaft journal. The oil film collapses. Friction spikes instantly. The temperature skyrockets. The bearing melts and fuses to the crankshaft. This is a spun bearing. The result is catastrophic. The connecting rods, now unsupported, begin to hammer against the block. The engine knocks, the death rattle, and then it seizes. For months, forums were ablaze. Tundra owners reporting failures at 5,000 miles, 10,000 miles. Toyota initially investigated individual cases, replacing short blocks. But the scale of the problem was hiding in the production numbers. On May 30, 2024, the hammer dropped. Recall 24 V381. The population, 102,092 vehicles. The scope, 2022 and 2023 Toyota Tundras and Lexus LX600s. But the remedy was the shockwave. In the automotive industry, manufacturers will do anything to avoid replacing a complete engine. They will replace sensors, they will update software, they will replace cylinder heads. But Toyota announced that for every single one of those 102,000 vehicles, the fix was a full engine replacement. Let's calculate the logistics of that statement. A long block replacement on a modern Tundra is not a simple oil change. Because of the packaging of the Twin Turbo V6, the cab of the truck often has to be lifted off the chassis to access the engine mounts and turbo plumbing properly. We are talking about 13 to 21 hours of labor per truck. Multiply that by 100,000. That is 2 million hours of technician labor. And the hardware. A complete V35A-FTS long block assembly, with turbos and installation hardware, has a retail value between $15,000 and $20,000. Even at internal costs, Toyota is burning hundreds of millions of dollars in hardware alone. But the investigation didn't stop at the Alabama plant. As 2025 approached, reports began to surface of failures in vehicles built in Japan, specifically the Lexus LX and the new GX550. The narrative that this was solely an American manufacturing issue began to crumble. In late 2025, documents revealed Recall 25V767. The contagion had spread. Engines produced at the Tahara plant in Japan were also found to contain debris. The debris size in the Japanese engines was reportedly larger, posing an even faster risk of failure. This expanded the scope to include 2024 models, dragging the nightmare into a third model year. Toyota Chairman Akio Toyoda, a man who has built his legacy on the concept of master driver and absolute perfection, faced a crisis that struck at the core of the brand's identity. Koji Sato, the current CEO, found himself managing a supply chain war. Every engine sent to a dealership for a recall is an engine that cannot be put into a new car on the assembly line. The financial impact is staggering. Torque News and Automotive News reported estimates ranging from $500 million to nearly $1 billion when factoring in logistics, rental cars for customers, and then goodwill payments to keep owners from defecting to Ford or GM. But the forensic details reveal something even more disturbing about modern engine manufacturing. We analyzed the teardowns performed by independent mechanics. The failure mode is almost exclusively on the number 1 main bearing, the very front of the engine. Why? The oil routing in the V35A sends oil to the front of the crank first. If debris exists in the main gallery, the first bearing is the filter. It catches the bullet. Unlike the older V8s, which had massive oil passages and looser tolerances that could perhaps forgive a speck of dust, the V35A is a precision instrument. It operates at higher pressures and thermal loads. The margin for error is zero. Toyota's response has been aggressive. They are not repairing these engines. They are scrapping them. They are installing new engines produced with revised machining processes that likely involve ultrasonic cleaning and digital inspection of every oil passage. But the question remains for the owner of a 2024 supersonic red Tundra TRD Pro: is my truck a ticking time bomb? Toyota has extended warranties. They have apologized. They are undertaking the largest engine replacement campaign in their history. But for a brand that sells its trucks on the promise of getting you home, the V6 era has begun with a stumble that will take a decade to forget. This is the price of precision. This is the cost of moving from the overbuilt iron of the past to the high-efficiency aluminium of the future. Sometimes, the difference between a million-mile legend and a seized engine is a shaving of metal smaller than a human hair. It's over for the contaminated engines. But the investigation into how Toyota rebuilds its ironclad reputation, that has just begun.